Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Now it's 2nd down here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, LSU.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw it again. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. The quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. They've got him behind the line. The option fools no one.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The opening drive that will not end, but now it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Cabrera. The pocket breaking down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
This one is right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Finds room at the 30. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Daniels. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw again. He bought some time, now lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the stop made just short of the goal line. They'll put it at the 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Tailback takes the handoff again. He goes nowhere. 2 straight stops. 3rd down coming up.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. It's QB sneak.
Well, the old quarterback sneak. Well, whatever you got to do to keep this drive moving.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. No doubt they're thinking touchdown this time. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, LSU 3.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field. It's Cabrera. Looks left and finds his target there. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. It's an option look. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Well, 3rd down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, it's Cabrera. Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
Fourth and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. The pass is intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. At the 30 now. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. Rifles this football to the left. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. The Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. That's a bullet pass to the left side. He's got it near the end zone. The defense makes the stop at the 3. The Dogs will line up here on 1st down and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
You know, where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. And the quarterback's going to sneak it.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you...
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Makes a quick catch. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a 1st down.
Now, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just trucks through the defender.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Here comes the handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, LSU.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The PAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
LSU 17, Georgia 14.
He'll return it from inside the 5. And the return man steps out at the 28. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Quick throw to his receiver. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The Bulldogs hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Had the big play to start the drive, but now at the 2 incompletions, they face a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row. 4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's running out of time here. Breaks loose at the 40. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Second down after the incompletion.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Knowshon Moreno. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
And looking to throw now on first down. The pass rush closing in. Catch made by the tight end. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Georgia has moved into the red zone. He hands it off from the gun. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Running back grabs it on a screen. Touchdown, Dogs! Strong game by this quarterback. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution of that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Bringing pressure. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's an out route, the catch made.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
LSU.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. To throw, it's Cabrera. And it's intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but an interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and the pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Looking for the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Turner. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching downfield. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. He's got room, looking for the end zone. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator. You may want to account for the quarterback. Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make adjustments. Account for this guy's legs.
Back to pass. It's Cabrera. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, they roll the dice here and decide to be aggressive, and it pays off for a touchdown, and now they have the lead. They've worked themselves back to be in a great position. They got to feel great with how this first half has ended.
The PAT puts them up 3. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Defense is coming after him. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Boy, what a job by the defensive coordinator and the execution of this defense. Everybody's covered downfield, nowhere for the quarterback to go, and they get pressure on him. The ball's in the air, and a great awareness to be able to come down with the interception and take it all the way to the house.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone.
Georgia Bulldogs will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Pressure is coming. Catch made on the left side. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
2nd down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. The Dogs come up to the line in the hurry-up.
2nd down.
He'll hand it off. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
1st down.
Looking to pass this time. Running out of time in the pocket. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's a short completion at the tight end. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
At the 30.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
The offense trailing here in the 2nd half. This is a crucial 4th down try. And the quarterback dropping back on the run here. Lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. It looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's caught. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a 1st and goal. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
It's now third down.
And the defense hold up here on 3rd and goal. Catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Georgia. This quarterback on fire today. Can you say methodical? Marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
Going after, not great throw. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll run it to the right side. Great cut there.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. They go with a direct snap. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Needs a completion here on 4th down. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? Again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Scanning the field, it's Cabrera. Quick throw to the left side. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Send the back in motion. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Now, juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
Well, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Ball handed off. He shreds the tackle. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? To the air, it's Cabrera. Caught near the goal line. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Goal line formation for the defense.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, LSU 31, Georgia.
Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. And they'll give it to the back. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Pickup of 2. It's now second and goal.
Second down and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
28.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? It's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Tight end goes in motion. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set. Here's second down. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Breaks a tackle into the clear. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys the third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
QB to the tight end for a completion. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have third down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. Looking downfield, it's Cabrera. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team.
That return backfires on him. Now, their offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
Offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is. But it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Gain of 19 on the play.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continually keep the ball in bounds.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Cabrera. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Picked off, a crucial turnover. He's got some room and some blockers here. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick-6. Short connection to the tight end here. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds his target. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. Back to pass. It's Cabrera. The pocket breaking down. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any